Hi, my name is Tania. I'm your intro soul guide and founder here at Moosefire Retreat and Spa, and I'm here to help you to get in touch with your soul. So we're back for another week of soul card reading for the week of November 29th to December 5th. And remember, every Sunday I post and upload the new soul card message of the week. So if you like, you can follow me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out our Mooseflower Winter Magic Week from December 21st to January 1st, 2021 for 12 days. If you don't live in Thailand, don't worry. We are also hosting a virtual 12 days of meditation magic, we call it, over on our Facebook page. And I'll leave the link here below. And basically what we'll do for every day, we'll be leading a free about 20-minute to 30-minute meditation over on Facebook Live, and based on a theme every day according to our Magic Week. So even if you're not here in Thailand or Mooseflower, you can still experience the magic together. And this is in support of Orbis International, which is a non-profit organization to help prevent avoidable blindness. And this year, we're doing this to help to raise awareness for Orbis and also to raise funds for them. And next week I will share the online fundraising page that Orbis has made for Mooseflower for this event. We're happy to share more details next week. Forgot to show you, actually, we're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle by Collette, Baron-Reid. Okay, all right, what is the card message of the week for the highest good for the group? Okay, and this card that does have a reverse card meaning, so this is okay. So I did get the reverse card, and the card says to be fair. It's number 38, but in a reverse position. All right, so this week's card is a reverse to be fair, and basically what it's about is to remind us, yes, there is injustice, in our life, there is inequalities, and to be able to stand up for, whatever that you believe in, that you believe it to be fair and just. And to me, I think that we can see it in two ways. So if there are opportunities called for that you can stand up for others, and I feel that this is sort of corresponding with our support for Orbis International, and I'll just share a little bit of my intention, why we're involving a charity this year with our Magic Week. The theme of Magic Week this year is about communal wellness, and how that comes through is really through this year have been challenging, and a lot of us have been in lockdown and isolation, and a lot of times, come to effect, we are doing actually, ironically, or not ironically, but that's the way it is. We have been in isolation to protect the community, but in a way then we feel isolated from a community, because we're all alone. And I feel, there are a lot of online communities that do really well, and to bring people together through online and technologies, I think that's absolutely wonderful. But there's also, part that, we still miss that face-to-face. And in Thailand at the moment anyway, fortunately, we can do that. And so that's why, I want to bring in this theme of communal wellness into the Magic Week. And really giving back to a good cause is like that key piece, to fulfill that cycle, you can say, or, if you think about communal wellness as like a circle, like that's the key, one of the key pieces to make the circle complete is giving back to a good cause. In a way, because of, let's say, the pandemic, we're so concerned with our own individual wellness, to protect ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes, or I feel like we might even forget about other people we cannot see. So we can see, in our own local community, wherever we're living, we're really concerned with the news, right? Like wherever we're living, and the case update and stuff. But somehow then, what is happening in other countries, sort of kind of slip out from the mind. Anyway, in my own personal world that's happening to me, it may not be you, so just in my own personal world, so maybe we tend to kind of forget actually there are people who need help, besides the coronavirus, right? For Orbis, for example, they're doing great work to help support children and communities to help to fight preventable blindness, because actually in a lot of developing countries that I learned, they can actually, the illnesses, if they can be treated before the age of 5 for children, for example, they can actually prevent blindness. But a lot of, developed countries, they may not have the resources and including the training of people. So what Orbis does, besides, flying, and they can't fly now to, unfortunately, because of the, travel restrictions, they can't fly now, but what they're doing actually more virtual trainings for the local doctors and the local communities to perform those surgeries to help with children. And we're so, sometimes I think we take really granted, to be able to see, to be able to watch this video, and to, we're so attached with our phones. A lot of things are visual, but there are a lot of actually children, they can't see, they have these illnesses, or, blindness that can't see, and that is linked when you think about learning and education and their potential to develop in the future. So that's tied into a lot of things. So anyway, so that's I just thought, throw it in there, about this. There are injustice and inequalities, but what can we do? What can I do personally to make a difference, or to contribute? Not to say, I haven't make a grand difference, but to contribute. And I think that's a small way, we can help. So that's why I want to see it. Another way is sometimes it's the first way to see the injustice, I feel. The second way to see injustice, to me anyway, so if something happened to you, not to you, but it's outside of your control, the reaction arise, could be, to me anyway, personally, sometimes, I feel like, disgust, like that's happening, or angry, or really sad, or, sometimes it's like, why are people so greedy, or why are people doing this? And, there's a lot of blame and anger, resentment going on. And so again, taking back one step, right, to see how does that reflect to myself in my inner world, because my external world is just a reflection of my inner world. So, okay, that's happening. I can't control that, but what can I control is the way how I see the situation. How can I reframe that situation? So maybe something, happened, that you feel that is unjust, not just maybe to you personally, but it's not fair to the system. Okay, well, first of all, can we do something to make a change? Well, second of all, if we can't do something externally, what can we do internally to adjust and reframe? And so then, instead of feeling negatively or feel resentment towards the situation, because when we give resentment to the world, it's going to come back to us as well. So how can we, transform that resentment into something else? So that is a question for you, the answer that only you can find out for yourself, and then what works for you. All right, so thank you so much for tuning into this week's soul card reading. As you know, I can also do soul card reading for you if you wish to have more guidance or clarity in your own personal life. All details will be here in the description below. So thank you so much for tuning in again, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye.